Hey, my name's Luke and I'm the founder of the U Effect. You might recognize me from when I was tied to a chair with flashy lights. Yep, that's me, but let me take you back. From a young age, I have always been a bit of a goofball.
Oh, let's get better millions!
Okay, a big goofball. I was that weird kid who was different from the rest of the crowd. I've always been extremely hyperactive, loud, and just outright crazy. But I loved it. I had friends around me who had the same level of craziness as me. I did experience a lot of bullying because of this craziness, but I knew that if life ever got hard, that I could always go back to my friends to have a good time. But what if everything were to change?
The World Health Organization has declared coronavirus a global pandemic.
The ACT will return to lockdown
research
for 4
reveals
weeks in an
mental
effort
health
to
issues
stem
are
surging
increasing in
coronavirus
Australia.
infections
A
across
new
the
study from the
country.
University of Sydney reveals rates of depression and anxiety have surged by more than 20% since the start of the pandemic.
I recently saw the doctor. I got diagnosed with mild depression and moderate anxiety. The pandemic had a massive impact on me. Suddenly, I was living in a world where it had never been so hard to have real human connection. Lockdowns, isolation, and many of my friends were going through their own struggles too. So I was left to face my situation head on, which gave me a lot of time to reflect, particularly on my past.
Like, I can't even remember a day in primary school where I didn't encounter some kind of bullying. I remember rocking up to school every day, scared that I would f***ing get pushed around and found, like, I remember having to sneak into class each day because I was scared that one of my bullies would see me and catch me. I didn't feel seen, I didn't feel heard, and I didn't feel loved, and it just, I'm feeling that impact now, because now all I try and do is just people please.
For the first time in my life, I learnt that every human being has experienced some form of trauma in their life, and that these events actually have a really big impact on who we are today. I realized that these people-pleasing tendencies of mine made me mask who I really was and stripped away my confidence. I was forming connections with people because they needed my empathy, love, and care, and it was these very connections that were contributing to my poor mental health. I was forming connections because I needed to be needed. Something had to change. Things have been hard. My mental health has not been in the best place. Despite big feelings of anxiety and just lack of motivation that I've been having, it's come to the point where if I don't do something about it right now, I'm kind of f***ed. And so I'm actually moving next year. While I had a lot of excitement moving to a whole new city, there was also a lot of anxiety. All my closest friends that I once used to spend so much time with would suddenly be 700 kilometers away from me, so I had to try and make new friends. But how do you make new friends in a city 700 kilometers away from home when you have little to no connections in said city? That's where yes theory comes in.
Seek discomfort means a lot of things. Our dream was to create a platform that would inspire millions into action, inspire millions into realizing that growth and genuine happiness comes through overcoming adversity and taking chances, and that even if your ambitions are big, your first step has to be small.
I've been part of this community on Facebook for a while, which encourages seeking discomfort and living a life of adventure, love, and connection. There was a post made in the community Facebook group from someone saying that they were looking to move to Melbourne around the same time that I was going to be moving there too. So I left a comment saying that I too would be there, followed by a comment by this random girl, Jessica Lyle, who was keen to meet us as well. Not long after moving to Melbourne, I received a message from Jess wanting to meet up spontaneously at a waterfall. So I said, fuck it. And the rest is, well, you're about to see. How's it going? Is it focusing? Today is going to be a very interesting day. So I have a spontaneous little day planned with Jess, who I haven't met before. And I'm really excited for it because it means I get to test out how spontaneous she really is, because I've got this morph suit, this orange morph suit, and I've got this elf costume. We're gonna go around the closest town dressed up in these costumes, pretty much just dancing around being idiots. We'll see how it goes. I'm very excited. Let's go see her. Woo.
Good old-fashioned Jess, I mean, I don't know her that well, is late. Typical. But that just gives me an opportunity to surprise her / scare her, so you kind of brought this upon yourself, Jess. I'm sorry. I actually really hope there's a bathroom because I really need to go and it doesn't look like there's one. Oh my god, my worst nightmares. Toilet's closed! What do you mean? What happened? It's like a freaking crime scene. Guess I've got to pop a squat. Never mind, I don't have any toilet paper. Hi, how's it going? It's good to see you.
The shit out of me. I wasn't sure if I was just going to be like coming up behind someone's random car. Like, hey, what if it wasn't me? You just jumped out and grabbed me.
You're going to be doing a fun thing.
What am I doing?
After this
No, if
thing.
you can get me to agree.
Well, that wouldn't be very yes-theory of you if you didn't.
You get me bungee jumping or something.
Oh, it's nothing like
I guess
that.
like you have a rope
I told you
no. I'm just laughing at the fact that like I could see your eyes like peeking over the passenger side window.
Could you? God damn
Yeah,
it. I promise I'm not weird.
I do actually know how to get down.
Oh.
So yeah, this is where this is where you're really trusting a stranger.
As we continued to hang out, I was amazed by how comfortable I had already felt. And a big part of that was because my crazy, goofy self was being accepted. We had a long chat by the waterfall, getting to know each other more, and then more craziness pursued.
I'm absolutely down. Yeah, no, let's do it.
This day was a great reminder of the power of being yourself. Jess and I had a conversation over lunch where we ended up sharing things with each other that we haven't even told some of our closest friends. Authenticity and vulnerability is how we find the people who are right for us. It allows these real, lifelong connections to manifest, and I can safely say to this day that I am so darn lucky to have met her.
What's up? This is my channel now.